I doubled the amount of words in my project, and I nearly tripled the amount of subscribers that I had in 1 month. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jules and I'm the Dawdling Writer. Today I wanted to talk to you about how I doubled the amount of words in my work in progress, and I almost tripled the amount of subscribers that I have on the Dawdling Writer YouTube channel. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell for notification. So short-term goals have always been lauded as the main way to achieve goals. You have set a small goal, something achievable, something short-term, and you set many of those so that as you succeed, you create a sense of momentum. And I was curious as to how effective that would be for my writing, because Lord knows, as a dawdler and as a procrastinator, I need some help getting off my butt and getting to the writing. So out of this desire, the need for something to help me stop procrastinating, I decided to try a month-long experiment. And around the AuthorTube and YouTube's writing community channels, many authors have recommended either joining or hosting your own live writing sprint stream. And they have said that it serves several purposes. One, it makes writing seem a bit less lonely, so that you're not endeavoring to write into the void. Two, it encourages a sense of camaraderie, of sharing in the success and creating that sort of motivational, encouraging atmosphere. Three, it can create a sense of a competitive spirit in that when you share, somebody else shares their numbers, and then you start trying to compete to get a little bit higher number than the other. Finally, number 4 is that if you plan to eventually monetize your own YouTube channel, having live writing streams is a way to increase your viewer count, as well as have a greater chance of getting new subscribers because of the instantaneous interaction with the people that are in your chat. So, the experiment. On April 26th, so that will be a little over a month ago, I tried streaming for the first time through StreamYard. I had no problem. So I decided I was going to go ahead and create a schedule for the entire month of May and stick to it. So I hosted live writing sprints on Monday, Wednesday, Friday of all 5 weeks till the end of May. And I did it without fail, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, on the 4th and 5th week, I decided that I was so motivated that I needed to add a 4th stream, something on the weekend. So I decided to do Sundays, 2 to 4, sometimes 2 to 5 p.m. I created a spreadsheet so that I could track the amount of words that I wrote during each sprint, how long each sprint was, and then the overall stream length. That way I could crunch some numbers and do the analysis at the end of the month. So I started the experiment on April 27th with 41,131 words. So week 1, I will put it up here. My total stream time for the week was 8 hours. My total word count for the week just during my sprints was 8,444 words. So that's an average of 1,055 words per hour. And I also tracked how much time I actually spent sprinting during the stream, which was 5.5 hours. So if I try and get my productivity percentage, that would be the writing time divided by the total stream time. So I had 68% of the time that I was streaming, I was actually being productive during week 1. So I was pretty impressed by those numbers, but I felt like I could do a bit more. And so that's the benefit of doing these small goals that I found as I went on, was that as I created that sense of momentum, I felt like I could challenge myself. And during the whole thing when I was tracking, then I had numbers to analyze and actually see if I was doing better. During this first week, I did hit 50,000 words. That was mostly taking notes in different scenes and bits of conversation here and there, so no real solid like chapter by chapter progress yet. Week 2, I streamed for a total of 6 hours, and my weekly word total was 7,176, which gave me an average words per hour of 1,196. So my total writing time during the stream was 4.4 hours, which gave me a productivity percentage of 73%. So I was able to increase my productivity during that second week. And at that point, that meant that I had written over 15,000 words in 14 working hours. So that was a pretty staggering number to me, just kind of thinking about that. And so I did hit the 60,000 mark in the work in progress on Friday, so the third stream of the week. And because I was so motivated, I started attending more other people's writing sprints and commenting and just being a little bit more encouraging to them, just like my audience had been for me. So I got a little bit more involved in AuthorTube at this point. Week 3. Again, I streamed for a total of 6 hours, and my weekly word total was 7,943. My average words per hour was 1,323. My writing time total for the week was 4.5 hours during the streams. So my productivity time increased yet again to 76%. So that steady increase in my average word count for the hour and the percentage time was another motivational factor in why I decided to add a weekend stream. And I just felt like I couldn't wait to get back to writing, which I had been missing that particular emotion for a while. So at this point, I had written 23,000 words in about 20 working hours. Now, if only that was in one day, I would have won the 10,000 word day challenge twice. I did manage to finish 5 chapters during week 3, and I realized if I continued at the same pace, I would finish my first draft by the end of the month. Week 4, my total stream time was 9 hours with the additional Sunday stream. My total weekly word count was 9,472, which meant that my average words per hour was 1,052. So that was a little bit lower. So my writing time was 6.7 hours out of those 9 hours that I streamed, which gave me a productivity percentage of 74%. So while the average words per hour was down, I had still maintained that over 1,000 words per hour, so I felt like that was still fair. Still a nice bit of words. And at this point, I had written over 33,000 words in 29 working hours. I hit the 70,000 word mark in my work in progress on the Sunday stream, which was the first stream of the week, and I hit the 80,000 mark on Wednesday. I finished 9 chapters during this week, and that meant that I only had a couple of chapters left to write for the final week of the experiment. So week 5, I again streamed for 9 hours with that Sunday stream, and I was able to get 9,366 words during the week, which gave me an average of 1,037 words per hour. I had 6.2 hours of actual writing time during the streams, which brought my productivity to 69% of the week. So it was really kind of interesting to see that my last week and my first week had kind of similar numbers. And, but I still felt like it was really a good experiment. And I know that some of that decreased productivity time was because I was interacting more with the audience in the chat. And I managed to hit the 90,000 word mark on Monday's stream, which would be the second stream of the week. and I finished the first draft on the Friday stream. So the overall total results: I wrote 42,399 words in 38.25 working hours during my writing streams. So that's an overall average of 1,108 words per hour. My overall productivity time was 27.4 hours, or approximately 72% of the stream time. For my work in progress, I more than doubled the amount of words that I had. So I wrote 2.4 times the amount of words than I had started with. So I started again at 41,131 words. I added 42,399 during my writing streams, and I wrote another 16,000 in other people's streams. So my first draft ended with 99,444 words. I was so close to that 100,000 mark, but it's done. As for the YouTube analytics side of things, a lot of authors know that it's very hard to make a living full-time just through writing, especially initially when you're setting out. YouTube has created an opportunity for authors to network, to market their writing, their books, and eventually 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours later, make an additional stream of income through ads on YouTube. But when a channel is small and just starting out, it's really hard to get discovered through the algorithm. So a lot of other authors on YouTube recommended hosting the live streams to increase both the channel's visibility and your interaction with the viewers, increasing your number of likes and your number of subscribers. As for analytics and numbers, on April 26th, when I started the experiment, the Dawdling Writer YouTube channel had 32 subscribers. As of May 31st, I have 87 subscribers. That is 2.7 times the amount. That's almost 3 times the amount of subscribers that I had before. Sure, it's still not a huge number, but it's 2.7 times more than I had when I started. On April 26th, before I started, the Dawdling Writer YouTube channel had only 23 hours of watch time in the last 365 days. That's only 0.5% of the 4,000 required watch time hours to monetize the channel. As of May 31st, the channel has 229.4 hours, which is 9.97 times the amount of watch hours that I had before I started this experiment. So I'm now a grand total of 7% of the way to monetization. My thoughts after the experiment. Was it worth doing? Yes, absolutely. I was able to accomplish a great deal of work. I got a ton of words written. I finished my first draft. I met some online friends. My channel grew, and I finished my first draft. I finished. So, am I going to continue holding and hosting the writing sprints? Yes. I think that I'll be using it for a little bit more than just drafting the first draft. I'll be using it for editing time, for revising, for writing blog posts, for outlining and planning book 2 and other projects. So yes, I will continue to host the live writing sprints and be productive with other people. So if you feel like joining in on some writing sprints, come on over to the Dawdling Writer YouTube channel, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays 2 to 4, sometimes 2 to 5, again, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, some of the people who inspired me to try this experiment, to be more active on AuthorTube: Emily Bourne, Kate Cavanaugh, Austin Kay, Aphrodite Lee, Marisa Mohi, Camille Myrick, Brooke Passmore, Lucille Sambury, Sarah Scharnweber, Becca C Smith. All these ladies were very instrumental in inspiring me to get off my butt and get to work. And I will link their channels below. and some of the people who attended multiple of my streams and really just gave me all the encouragement they possibly could. A Screenwriter's Journey, who was my very first viewer, Allie Ernest Writes, author Abigail Ford, Hannah R. Palmer, Life of Angelina, Joey Paul, VanyaDolly, Eva Writes, Shelbie Writes, Drew Marketi, We Are the Twin Tails, Better Days Are Here, Keep Faith Baby, and so many more. If I can't remember all of you, I'm sorry. But I have been greatly encouraged by all of the people who come and be productive with me, and those who have just in general sent me good vibes and cheered me on, and it's amazing. And I have my first draft all printed out, ready to edit, and it's so amazing. It's fantastic. So yes, this is how I doubled the amount of words in my project, and I nearly tripled the amount of subscribers that I had in 1 month by hosting live sprints. So thank you for watching, and don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, maybe subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!